Hi, this is the video introduction to our lens tool for Magnified Givng. The tool helps us with evaluating the financial health, accountability, transparency, and result reporting of public charities. I have had the opportunity to try out the lens tool last year as a part of the first year pilot program and really loved using the lens tool in my stats classroom. And you can see here pictured are my student team that was elected to give their grant to Fit and Center for the art. And my role with Magnified Givng is tools for charity assessment and really just to help support anyone using the lens tool. So the lens is one tool aiding in the process for determining the Magnified Givng grant winner. The team that won the grant, or their nonprofit won the grant for our last school year, did go through the process of using the lens tool, and their score was not the top score that came out of the lens evaluation, but it was one useful element in taking a look at how their nonprofit operates. So when to use the lens is once the student teams narrow their choice to 3 or 4 nonprofits. And then how we use the lens tool is assigning each finalist charity to a student team. And then each student uses the lens independently, and then the teams would actually compare their results and then come up with one final report. The lens actually fits right into the process that is laid out for us in the Magnified Givng program, right along with number 5, which is examining grant applications. So you would examine grant applications. Actually, a lot of the information we use on the lens tool will be taken from the grant application. So to get started, things to keep in mind. One is that it takes some time to evaluate a nonprofit using the lens tool. So you can anticipate around 1.5 to 2 hours for your first use of the lens tool. And then beyond that first use of the lens tool, you can anticipate about an hour. And things to have on hand while you are utilizing the lens tool would be the question guide, the IRS 990 or 990 EZ. You do need a computer that has access to Microsoft Excel, as well as internet access, the lens version 13 Excel sheet. And again, that opens only in Microsoft Excel. And then finally, the nonprofit organization's website. So in order to find the grant application, you can go to Magnified Givng Home, Student Philanthropy, Nonprofit Agencies, and we'll look at that in just a second. And then here is a glimpse at what the lens tool looks like. For anyone who used it in our pilot year last year, there are a few new elements, including entering in the charity tax ID number here and the state, and as well as the field of service category, and those are elements help us determine a region where the nonprofit is located, which then plays into helping determine a rating for the compensation for the highest paid person based on the fact that in different regions of the country we would anticipate a different amount for those highest paid people to be made. Go ahead and get started filling in the report for the lens for A Child's Hope International. Fill in the official name. And then next you'll see the evaluator name, and it says here we have these little pop-up boxes. Please enter your individual name or your group name if multiple people have contributed to your project. And then the charity EIN. And over here we have a pop-up that describes what is the EIN, and these boxes are helpful for our students as well, just so we know. There's a lot of potentially new vocabulary as we walk through this sheet, and these little pop-ups make it really helpful to navigate that new vocabulary. So our EIN number is found right here on box C of the report. And next up, you can see we jump down to this box. Select the state of HQ location, and most of these should be in Ohio since they are local nonprofit, or Indiana if you live in Indiana or Kentucky. And we have our drop down box here, and we'll scroll down to click on Ohio. There we go. And as you can see, it automatically populated over here Midwest. And then select a service category. You can see here the brief description of the organization, and it looks like we have to motivate and mobilize the church and community to care for the orphans and vulnerable children. So with that, we would say human services. The year of the 990, you can see we have a 990 rather than a 990 PV, and so we have the year 2016, and today's date. Next, we jump into the finance section, and these questions have to do with the 990. So you'll see these red triangles in the corners of the boxes tell us exactly where on the 990 to find our information. So page 1, line 12, you can see here we're looking for the current year revenue, and so that would be the $1,148,000, and it does tell us to round that number. So and the current year expense, which is located line 18, so we have $1,068,000, and the prior year revenue, which goes back to line 12 in the prior year column, so looking at $1,049,000. And you can see the score is calculated. And again, these pop-up boxes help us understand the scores a little bit better. You can see maximum of 2.5 points for robust growth